Hello, 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 hello. Why do I wake at 3 a.m.? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Oh my goodness. Turn that one off. Just think, it's 3:12 a.m. You're wide awake. You look at the clock, but you already know what time it is. You try to go back to sleep, and within seconds, you're planning tomorrow's to-do list. Today, we're going to have one of those conversations I wish every woman had been offered years ago. Not because there's another supplement that you need, not because you're doing something wrong, but because I think you deserve to understand what's happening in your body. Today, we're talking about something I hear almost every week in clinic with the ladies I talk to. Sally, why do I wake up at 3 a.m.? So that moment I described, the 3:12 wake up, does it sound familiar? It's around 3 o'clock in the morning, your eyes are open. You open your eyes, you glance at the clock because somehow you already know what time it's going to be anyway. You roll over, close your eyes, tell yourself, go back to sleep. But within seconds, your brain has decided this is the perfect opportunity to plan tomorrow, to replay yesterday's conversation, to think about the kids, to worry about your parents, to remember the email you forgot to send, the message you forgot to reply to. Did I? Didn't I? Before you know it, you're completely awake. Then the frustration starts. Why can't I just sleep? If you've ever experienced that, firstly, you're certainly not alone. Secondly, I don't think anyone has properly explained why this happens. So let's have that conversation. It's probably not what you think. Most women are told that lots of different things, but it's just insomnia. It's just menopause. It's just stress. Now, all three can play a role, but none of them really explain what's happening. Because if you've slept perfectly well for 40, 45, 50 years, why would your body suddenly forget how to sleep? That's the question I think we should be asking. And what's actually happening now, there's a lot of theories. There's Ayurvedic theories, there's traditional Chinese medicine theories, there's a lot of perceptions and different ways of looking at things. But I always go, okay, why is it happening? Why is it so common in women during the perimenopause, menopause phase? If it is due to eating the wrong foods when you're not haven't changed your diet, if it is liver detox hour, why did it suddenly happen? All right. So one of the most beautiful things about the human body is that everything is connected. And as you move through perimenopause and menopause, your hormones begin to shift. Estrogen helps regulate sleep. Progesterone helps calm the brain. Cortisol can start rising too early. Your nervous system becomes easier to wake. So progesterone has its beautifully calming effect on the brain and the nervous system, but it's gradually declining. Estrogen, which helps regulate your sleep rhythm and your body temperature, begins to fluctuate. At the same time, many women are carrying more responsibility than ever before. Busy careers, teenagers, aging parents, financial pressures, looking after everyone else before themselves. So your body isn't just navigating hormonal change, it's navigating life. Now imagine your nervous system as the night security guard in a building. Everyone's gone home, the lights are off, everything's quiet, but instead of sitting down, the security guard keeps walking the hallways with a torch, scanning, checking every door, looking for danger. That's what can happen to our nervous system. It hasn't necessarily learnt that it's safe to stand down. So instead of allowing you to stay deeply asleep, it nudges you awake. Not because your body is broken, but because it's become very good at staying alert, scanning for things. The problem isn't just that you're awake at 3 o'clock. So you wake at 3 o'clock, roll over, go back to sleep. But one poor night's sleep rarely, or even one night, it's poor sleep. When you have consecutive, obviously it's more, but it never stays in the bedroom. Because if you have a poor night's sleep or consecutive nights of poor sleep, the next day you feel more tired than usual. Sugar cravings increase for that energy boost. Your patience is shorter. Your concentration isn't what it usually is. You skip the walk in the morning because you're exhausted, or you still do a workout, but you don't perform, right? Or it feels harder. You reach for coffee, maybe some chocolate. You feel more emotional. Your nervous system stays more active and reactive. And then the following night, your nervous system is carrying even more load. So you see the cycle. It's self-perpetuating. It isn't just about sleep. It's about how one symptom quietly affects every part of your health. So what can you do? Where would I start? I hope you can understand that a sleeping pill is not going to resolve this. Magnesium, a meditation app, ashwagandha. Sometimes these things can absolutely help. But I think it's really, really important that we don't only chase the symptom. Also, they're all band-aids. They're not getting to the root cause. And things like ashwagandha can be excitatory to some people and relaxing to others. Okay, but what I think is really important as well, is don't panic. Don't panic when you wake. That's just going to force more adrenaline into the body. Support your evening nervous system, not just your bedtime routine. Look beyond sleep. Consider hormones, stress load, blood sugar, overall health. And instead, I'd be asking, why is your nervous system finding it difficult to switch off? How much stress has your body been carrying? And how are your hormones changing? How's your blood sugar? Are hot flushes waking you? Is your evening routine helping your body feel safe enough to rest? Because when we understand the reason, we are much more likely to find the right solution. So 3 a.m. waking is a very common symptom I see in midlife. But what fascinates me is that it's rarely about sleep. It's often one of the first clues that your body is struggling to switch off. So if this conversation has made you think, that's exactly what's happening to me, then I'd love you to join me. I'd love you to reach out, comment, but also I'd love you to join me in this month's workshop, where we'll be exploring some of these symptoms. The workshop is called Why You Can't Switch Off, even if you get the chance to. Because 3 a.m. waking is really just about sleep. It's often one of the first signs, right, that you've been carrying more than it was designed to carry. In the workshop, we're going to connect the dots. We'll explore why your body can feel like it's constantly on duty. And when the day is over, even when the day is over, because once you understand what's happening, you stop fighting your body, you can finally start supporting it. So I'd love to see you at the workshop. Type workshop in the comments below if you want the link. I'll be putting some more information up over the next few days. And yeah, if you let us know how many, let's support each other. How many women, or write down the time that you wake up. Let's make it a bit of fun. All right, ladies, hope this has been helpful. Hope you're feeling that, oh my goodness, I'm not the only one that wakes up at that hour. And I will see you during the week. Bye for now.